guys, thank you so much for stopping by. So I really am getting the feeling that I'm not supposed to be making a video, especially about this, because this is the 5th or 6th time I'm trying to make this video. Something happened. The last time my husband got a giant cut on his leg and I had to tend to it. Yes, it's crazy. It's not like a small thing here and there. I'm just drinking my vanilla chai tea. So if you hear that rumbling, that is my husband. Let's go back to the item, which is I'm doing a review in regards to the L'Oreal Infallible Glow Lock Longwear Illuminating Primer. So my skin now can tend to be oily around my nose only, not my T-zone anymore, just the nose. The rest is normal to dry. So I wanted something that was hydrating, and I also wanted something that would make me glow, if that makes sense, because who doesn't want to glow, right? Like, come on. Maybe even when I guess when you have really oily skin, a lot of times you kind of don't want to glow because it might kind of look like you're really like a grease ball on your face. But now I tend to appreciate the glow. My skin has drastically changed from giving birth to my son, so I appreciate the glow. So this was my second choice. Just a little backstory. I had a first choice. So I went to Ulta.com and Walmart.com, and I was trying to look for different primers that would be good for my current skin type. And I initially wanted the NYX Professional Makeup Born to Glow Illuminating Primer, and it said available on the website. It's not available on Ulta.com, which is unfortunate. So I went to Walmart, the store, the physical store, and they didn't have it. They did have this, however, and so I bought this one. I didn't research in all other hydrating primers, and really there's not a whole lot. When you're looking and digging and researching about different primers, especially for dry skin, most, if not all the time, they are all for mattifying, for just drying up your skin. So that wasn't what I wanted. I wasn't comfortable in the other primers that I saw there, so I only got this one. I did get other stuff, but I would want to just focus on primers and this one right now. So just more information and backstory where I'm going, I'm getting to is that the day before I started using this, I used a toner. There was the Derma E Glycolic and Vitamin A Toner. I think that's what it's called. And for whatever reason, that night I felt like there was something trying to come out from here, and I thought it was kind of breaking out or just getting a little irritated. It felt like a little bit of a burn, but not really. It's hard to explain. It felt like something was trying to just kind of pop out, as well as it just felt like pressure, a little bit of a burn or a sting, but not a whole lot, and it didn't last very long. So I'm just kind of thinking maybe I'm kind of breaking out. I tend to be one of those skins that's acne prone when I use certain products, so I just kind of thought my skin was again still incredibly sensitive. My skin is already sensitive to begin with, and just after being pregnant and having the hormones, you know, like trying to go back to what it used to before I was pregnant, it was just so sensitive that like a little bit of something would just, I need to go to a dermatologist. It was that bad, you know. So so the next day, this particular area again was feeling just a little bit of burning, irritated, and I just kind of chalked it up as maybe this is connected to the day before. You know, I didn't think much about it. And so day 2, I noticed that there's a few, like maybe 3 bumps in my face total. And then once I wash off the makeup and everything else, it is kind of still there. And then I wake up the next morning, everything's gone. I put everything again and all that. And I don't know what yesterday was. It could have been day 4 or 5 or 6. I'm unsure about that. So yesterday, we actually had a pretty long day. We went to, I mean, for us, I went to Ulta, and I was trying to shop, okay, but the items that I wanted wasn't there, and I just kind of felt like I actually like got one of their bags, and I only picked up 2 things, and I'm thinking I want to get more things. However, I didn't have more information, and I don't like that. I wanted to have more information at least to know all the products, because sometimes when you get the products in the store, like lip products and all that stuff, like it just says like one single like phrase. I don't know, maybe I didn't see it, but I didn't have all the info that I wanted, and I do have to do the research, especially ingredients, because I'm allergic to beeswax. So I just can't use anything that has beeswax. Actually, some people might not know this too. Beeswax, if you're allergic to it and it's on your foundation or your primer and stuff like that, a lot of times it can cause you to break out or irritated skin or like bumps on your skin. That's because it's got beeswax in it. If you have beeswax on like a lip product, a lot of times you have like a line above your lip. That's because that's a beeswax allergy. So anyway, so I got this, and the first time I really put this on, my skin was glowing. Like I also put on the L'Oreal matching foundation for this one. So I used that, and my skin was like, wow, you know, I was incredibly impressed. So I completely love this, and I'm gonna put in this is what it looks like, by the way. It comes in a tube, which I do enjoy. A lot of people don't like a tube, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because when you do put it on your skin, the tip does get contaminated with the bacteria on your skin. Just so you know, you always have bacteria on your skin. Sometimes, and that's the reason why sometimes you can get some kind of infection, like a staph infection or impetigo. The reason, or it can kind of start off as what is that, dermatitis or eczema, like something like that. And the reason for that is because you have bacteria or staph bacteria in your skin, and sometimes when something just goes awry, your body tends to not react a certain way and react in which becomes an infection, a staph infection or impetigo or other skin infections. So the reason I do that is because the past few years I have been going in and out of the dermatologist, and they have, like, different people have been giving me explanations on what is going on. So that's why, and I just wanted to share that, because you know what, not a lot of people talk about that because it's gross. So this is what it looks like. It's got a peachy color in the beginning, and then you rub it in, and when you rub it in, it becomes transparent. And on the camera, it looks it does look really glowing right there. But in actuality, like just from me, it just looks like it's got a sheen on, and it doesn't really look like there's much glow. But through the camera, I think this one looks like it is glowing. So I adore this because it gave me that, you know, that I felt like an ethereal angel. I had like this glow. So I use this every day, and I really, really love it. So yesterday, anyway, so I was like I was going shopping, I was doing other stuff, and then we went to a birthday party, which was like an hour away from us. On the way there, because I had the makeup on probably, with the primer on, probably when we did travel, I've had it on, let's see, 5 hours, 4 to 5 hours on. I noticed my skin was kind of burning in a way, and it just felt itchy everywhere. I just ignored it, you know. I didn't want to ruin my makeup. I just ignored it. I didn't touch my face, nothing. It did go away after a few minutes, no big deal. and I was busy. It was a children's party, so I was busy with my baby, you know, chit chatting, and I was starving because I actually forgot to eat lunch. And so by the time that, you know, I was just really busy. It wasn't like a time that I was just kind of sitting there not doing anything and just, you know, sitting there like a wallflower. So I noticed when we got, I think it was, we were almost leaving home. We were almost leaving to the house, probably 20 minutes to 30 minutes before we were gonna leave. Excuse me. I went to the bathroom to, I forgot what I was doing, clean up my baby or clean me up because he vomited on me. So I noticed my entire face, like there were like several like bumps. I don't know what they were because they were like different sizes, but they were round and bumpy. And then my cheeks were bumpy. My nose was fine. My cheeks were bumpy, and my upper lip, there were a few bumps there too. I saw also on the under lip. Here's the weird part. The only place that I didn't put this on was my nose, and that is the only area that didn't have any bumps. So I took all my makeup off. I took a shower when we came home. I took everything off, and what I noticed was my face was still really bumpy, and my whole entire like cheeks from here to here to here was inflamed. Like it was just red, and it felt like I was sunburned. I had to put Starna last night because it was so hot, but it was only in that spot. But however, the skin on my cheeks is also really sensitive, and it's always really rosy to begin with anyway. And I think it just kind of enhanced that. Sorry. So long story short, if you have sensitive skin, if you have, if you're allergic to certain things, or I don't know, if you have similar skin than with me, this might not be for you. If you just started using this and then you started using all other different things, and the same reaction happened, I would probably hesitate in encouraging someone to use everything all at the same time, because then you don't know which one really is gonna make you or give you a bad reaction. I figured it out with this one. So I don't really recommend this, especially if you have this is similar skin type as me, sensitive. I'm normal, dry, oily nose, and that's it. If you're acne prone, you probably will break out with this. I'm not sure, because I didn't really break out, but I had irritation on my skin, so that doesn't really help. But it does say non-comedogenic. Comedogenic means it doesn't clog your pores, so it shouldn't really make you break out. But that's why I was surprised with the bumps on my face. So to be quite honest, I still really do encourage you to try it out if you want to. But if I would suggest you do it every day, you use it every day for a full week, unless it like gives you incredible irritation in your skin, then stop it. And make sure you purchase this somewhere that you can easily return, like Walmart or Ulta. I remember returning stuff at Target was really uncomfortable and a pain. So I usually don't get stuff at Target because of that. So Amazon is pretty good with the returns too. So just in case you just want to get this in certain stores, make sure the return policy is pretty easy, just because of that. If you have any suggestions, questions, comments, feel free to chat down below. If you have suggestions on a really good luminous primer that's hydrating, feel free to chat down below. I have tried the Becca primer. That was probably my favorite primer because it was very luminous. It made my skin glow. However, that irritated my skin. It actually made me break out, and there were actually like huge, like it looked like hills of irritation. Like They didn't go away in a day or overnight like this one. That one stayed for a week. It was disgusting. And I think I'm not sure if I contacted Becca with it, but I was very unhappy with that. So if you're gonna suggest Becca with me, I'm not gonna do it because I just didn't like it. It didn't work well with my skin. I really thought I found my holy grail at the time because of that. I actually enjoy Becca products, especially like a lot of like their pigmentation, and when you get something that is glowing, or they say glowing or luminous or illuminating, or maybe a highlighter or something like that, like the pigments are phenomenal. They're amazing. However, though, their products can tend to make your skin irritated, especially if you have sensitive skin like me. So if you have any other suggestions, I am right now wanting to only try drugstore, and I've been really, really good with it, because yesterday I was really like this close in actually going back to what I'm comfortable with and what I'm used to, which is department store products. And I'm like, let's try the good drugstore ones and see how that works out, and share the info and experience with everyone, because you know what? More so or not, more people really do go to the drugstore cosmetics more than luxury, just because it is so much cheaper and easier to actually get. Not everywhere you can really actually get luxury makeup right away, or it's not really available for everybody in every location. However, drugstore brands and drugstore products, those are always like available everywhere you go. You know, if you got a Walgreens, a CVS, a Target, a Walmart, there's more Ulta than Sephora. There's more of that than luxury makeup. And sometimes when you even go to a certain JCPenney or certain Macy's, or what is that, Dillard's or whatever, there's very limited luxury makeup that's there. So it kind of really defeats the purpose. Not everybody lives nearby a Neiman Marcus, lives nearby a Saks Fifth Avenue, lives nearby a Bloomingdale's or a Nordstrom. It doesn't work for, like, it's not available for everybody. So I've been trying really hard, especially where I live now. Like a Neiman Marcus, it's a long drive for me. It's a couple hours away. So I'm also kind of just like experimenting and trying to discover drugstore makeup to see, you know, because a lot of people do love them, prefer them over department store and luxury makeup. So I'm trying to keep an open mind. So if you guys have any suggestions, comments on something that would be similar, hydrating and glowing primer, please feel free to down below. I would definitely want to try it out. And if you guys just want to chit chat and probably share your experience in regards to this, good or bad, feel free to down below as well. Thank you guys, and I'll see you again next time. Bye. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please hit the like button, subscribe button, and the bell so you'll be notified whenever I do upload a new video. Don't forget to expand the description box, because as much as possible, I always try to get coupons for you guys, discount codes, and other goodies like that. I also have my Twitter information, Instagram, Snapchat, and for business inquiries, I have my email there as well. Thank you guys, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.